Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Plan channel. I am super excited to be here today because I am doing my paycheck to paycheck budgeting, one of my favorite budget techniques for dealing with cash that I have on hand in my bank account and to pay the bills and to figure out my spending categories and work from there. So I am definitely excited about that. And we're going to dive into closing out paycheck 1 and setting up paycheck 2. And that will be just the budgeted half of paycheck 2. And I always do this. I always close one out before I start a new one. And it really helps me stay focused on what I really need to stay focused with. So before I get started though, I do want to talk about something I talked about in my last video. I did my weekly check-in yesterday and posted that. And now I have my paycheck to paycheck, but I was talking about a new savings challenge that I got inspired by. I was watching the YouTube channel 40 and Broke, and the guy speaking on the channel, and the YouTube channel, the person that runs that does make comments in my comment sections in my videos. And so I started watching that channel and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. New YouTuber, doing pretty good. And he mentioned something in his channel that was really inspiring to me as a savings challenge. Now, I don't do a lot of savings challenges. I have tried to get into them, but the way I budget and everything electronic, nothing seemed to click for me. I even came up with a 100 cash envelope challenge tracker. I sell in my Etsy store. And I started to put cash and it's not motivating to me. I just don't. But these are the pages. And then I have a little bit of rules here. I was excited about this, but I just can't get into it myself because I don't actually work. I don't actually work in cash. I do everything electronic. Well, something he said in his channel that he did inspired me. And what had happened was, I'm trying to find my page again. Paycheck 3, paycheck 2, there we go. Is for every like he gets in his videos, he saves a certain amount of money. So I thought that I can do. This interactive savings challenge could be a lot of fun. So I kind of came up with my own savings challenge. You get to participate and I get to save the money. So this is what it is. December 10th, which is today, through the 31st, so New Year's Eve. This is going to be a YouTube savings challenge for myself. Now, it's not my original idea. Like I said, the channel 40 and Broke, that was what I was watching. He said he got 51 likes, so he saved $51. I was like, I love that idea. Totally love that idea. But I wanted to do more. So if you like my videos starting on December 10th, this paycheck to paycheck budget, and you comment on my video, you can do an emoji, you can just say hi, you can do whatever. And if you're new and you're not subscribed to my channel, I have 3 categories where you can help me, encourage me to put money away to save for my YouTube channel. I want to grow this YouTube channel. I've decided I love it and I don't ever really want to stop doing it, but I want to get more people to interact on my channel, to bring the algorithm up, hopefully monetize it and reach more people. I've started to put freebies in my description box. Right now I have my Christmas spending tracker freebie, and I have a full budgeting kit. It's 11 pages, a pack you can download that are not in the decorative, but are in this kind of layout. Just plain budget sheets. And they're free for my YouTube channel. I do sell budget sheets in my Etsy store, and I do sell these. But it's a secret because you get these for free because you're on my YouTube channel. Paycheck to paycheck designs and the colorful ones that I sell in my stores. Those aren't going to be free, except for the Christmas one I do have in this design. That's the only one I'm going to do. But this is what I came up for myself. I thought this was a really cool idea. So if you like this video, I will save $1 and I'll come up with a cool looking tracker to do that. I'm only doing this for right now from December 10th through the 31st, and I will collect all that information. And then after the new year, I will share how much money the savings challenge brought me. For each comment, I will save $2. And for each new subscriber, I will save $5 starting today on the 10th. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead. I will save $5. You get to do free things to encourage me to save, and we'll see where this challenge goes. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and a shout out at the end of the challenge. So if you are a new subscriber, my new subscribers, I'll give a shout out during the video saying, hey, this is how much money I saved. Now I did cap it off. Because if this goes way above my head, I capped it off at $100. But if I get more than that, I might bump it up a little more. But I definitely want to save up to $100. Now, if you are new and not subscribed, and that's $5. And you put a comment, that's $7. And you do a like, that's $8 from one person I get to save. So, yeah. I would love for the interaction. I'd love for the algorithm to grow so I can meet more people and grow my channel. So throughout the year, I'll be pulling this challenge up, and I would select a few dates and then we'll go from there. But this is my first time doing it. I just came up with it last night. So I'm just throwing out here, this is my savings challenge. So I'm excited. So let me know what you think in the comments below about this and savings challenges and interaction with you guys. The reason I'm doing it, like I said before, is I want to grow my channel and I want to add more content and things to YouTube. I kind of want to get a camera and things like that. So that is going to motivate me to save and do this challenge with you guys. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, now that I've gone through all of that, I need to do my paycheck to paycheck. I'm going to pop these pages out. I'm going to zoom you guys in, and we are going to get started on the budget. And yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, so paycheck 1. A lot of influx of money, different categories came in, and I had more than 4. In addition to rent and dividends here, I have a refund. Let's see, refund. And a transfer from savings. So here is a layout of what that looks like. And I just put it on here to space it out a little bit better so it looks neater. I balanced forward this amount from November to December, and then there was the retirement check, the disability check, the VA education check, and these are combined right here. And then my son's rent, the 2 pennies of dividends I get every month for a credit union, transfer from the savings account. What I had done was take out of our savings account, I had, what did I call it? I think home maintenance or something. I had the last few rooms of my interior of my home painted, and he did a phenomenal job. And so that's taken care of, and I just transferred it out of savings into checking because I didn't know when he was going to be able to do it. And so the money was sitting there, and I put it in checking so he can cash a check. And then Sprint refund. So Sprint, T-Mobile bought Sprint, and then I had a double payment one month, and then they went and audited the account of Sprint so they can close it, because December they're closing all the accounts with Sprint, and T-Mobile takes over all of them. So if you have Sprint, you're now T-Mobile. So we went ahead and switched from Sprint to T-Mobile at one point. There were 2 bills, and then they reconciled everything, and then they sent a prepaid Visa card with this $251.86 on it. And my husband didn't like that. He's like, I don't like it. I'm like, well, see if there's another way of getting the money off. And they did give an option of you can get this amount in a check form, and they'll mail it to you. So the check came in the mail. I made the deposit, and that prepaid card is obviously useless now. So that's where that deposit came from, and it was easier for us to get it off the card into our bank account so we can spend it, whether he gets it on his prepaid card that he uses for his personal money, or if we needed it for a bill. So that's kind of what we were thinking here. So that is the total $7,107.62 of influx of money. A lot of it was from savings, some of it was a refund, and then our regular stuff. And then my husband got VA education, which he hasn't been getting very often, but he did this time. So I'm going to write that amount down. You can see I've erased and rewrote, so I decided to do that. $7,107.62. And so a lot over under, and we just kind of left it at that. So every bill that needed to come out pretty much did. I did have my dad. My husband has a Visa Go card, prepaid card. So whenever he gets personal money, like Christmas money sent by family, I deposit the check in our regular checking account, and then he transfers his portion of it to this prepaid card. It's actually a free card that has no fees on it. So he just uses it to spend however he wants, so it doesn't interfere with the budget and the family and the money here. He just pulls it to the side. So that works for us. And then and included in that was the amount for the VA education benefits. I kept the 40 cents, but he got the 7 or no. Yeah, he didn't take the change. And then I think $150 was like Christmas money from family. So between the two totals, that is what he transferred over. He was gone when the check came for the refund for Sprint, but I was able to deposit just for deposit only in the bank, and that was fine. So that's why that's over, and it's not that big a deal. Helping Hands is how we tithe our military retirement check. Greater Europe Missions, how we tithe the VA disability. Humana Health is my son's insurance, so he can be with the military treatment facilities that we go to and the doctor we have. So we all have the same provider. Natural gas was very low. It's not gotten cold until recently, so that's pretty good. AMCO, I took my vehicle in, picked up a screw in my tire, and my tire obviously was leaking air, so they had to patch it. And I feel like I'm always taking that in at least once or twice a year for I pick up a screw in my tire, and they have to patch it. So that was that. Geico, $122.34. It has not posted in my account yet, but I know it will because it's an auto thing. I'm just going to go ahead and mark it because I don't want to move it over to the next paycheck. But I'm just going to pretend it's there, and then at midnight tonight it'll be there. It's today's the day they're supposed to post it. Hopewell Christian Counseling Services, I went there. I was so glad I did, with my husband leaving unexpectedly because he was supposed to be home before the holidays. And then he now isn't home, and I don't know when he's coming back. I saw our counselor probably 2 days later after that, and this made a huge difference. So I was really appreciative of that. Let's see, grocery household, way over budget there, way over budget. I'm using my weekly check-in. So if you saw my weekly check-in numbers, that's where I got the numbers from. So we have $507.97 for grocery household. For Paycheck 1, we did very good in restaurants, $49.19. We did very good in, or we did not do very good. I did not do very good in miscellaneous. It was $404.24. And then gasoline, we're a couple dollars over, $127.85. And it's okay. I don't mind going over gas a little bit. The gas prices are so crazy right now, it's very hard to really get that straight. So I underestimated that a little bit. Let's see. I don't have the totals in front of me. So 480 minus 507.97. So grocery household, I was over by $27.97. Not too bad. It could have been a lot worse, but yeah, that's just bothers me. 175 minus 49.19. And this one is going to help a lot because I have $125 left over and 81 cents. So that helps some of the offset the amount for what I overspent in miscellaneous. So 225 is what I gave myself, minus the 404.24. Oh, sorry, I was off screen there. And that was a negative 179.24. Okay. 125 minus 127.85. Okay. So it's just a couple dollars over. The one I'm disappointed in is miscellaneous. The other two I don't mind so much. $2.85. So that was really not fun. And somewhere in here, I had to make an adjustment of $8 down at the bottom here, where I did my math wrong from somehow with the bank. My bank said one thing, and then I had to take out $8. And I'm like, what did I do? I don't know if my balance forward was off and I just didn't realize it, or what I did. Sometimes that happens to me. Even as much as I write this stuff out and look at it every day, I still make mistakes and get distracted, but I'm getting better every time. So that's pretty good. So what I have to do now, barely get all this on here, is add up my actuals for the actual spent and in bills and expenses, and then we'll come up with that total and figure out where we're at and what the balance forward is for the next go around. So there we go. Okay, so I totaled on the numbers now. I'm doing this kind of what I call raw, which means I have not really pre-done this in advance. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. So I'm hoping and praying this works out. Make sure I got plenty of light over here. There we go. So we have $7,078.98. Whew, looks like we're cutting it close here. And I'm going to put a negative sign in front of it. I'm going to add this number over here, $7,107.62. Wow, $28.64. All right, so let's put this at the bottom. Not a lot in the buffer there. I spent a lot of that buffer. So $28.64. And actually that's not accurate because there is something I have not put in. So I'm going to be over budget. Let me take that out really quick. And I got to make a note to myself. Find something to write on here. All right. Because I had to put in my weekly check-in $52 unbudgeted. So I'm going to go negative. Oops. Yeah, 52. I normally write this in red, but I couldn't find my pen the other day. And this is a doctor's appointment for allergy shots. All right. And obviously it wasn't part of the original budget. So I'm going to make this adjustment and adjust these numbers. And it's going to put me in the negative, but I have, because the paycheck is hitting before this actually comes out, the cash is going to be there. It'll be fine. But I'm cutting it squeaking by close, and I don't like that feeling. So let me erase these numbers. Let's see. 70788 and then 2864. But I want to balance for the correct numbers over. So let me just kind of delete that or erase these. And this is why I use erasable pens. There we go. All right, so now that that is erased, let's start this over. I'm not going to retotal. I'm just going to take the total $7,078.98 plus the $52 I spent today. And that gives me a $7,130.98. So that makes more sense to me now. And I make that a negative, and I'm going to add this $7,107.62. So technically I'm over by $23.36. So yeah, there's that. So I'm over a little bit. I do have, I actually do have $500 credit limit to my checking account. So if it dipped into that, it wouldn't be a problem. I would just pay it right off. So I'm not going to have insufficient funds, but this makes me uncomfortable because normally I like to keep a few $100s in the buffer of the checking account, but this time it doesn't look like it's going to happen because of my unbudgeted items and my frivolous miscellaneous spending. So yeah, and then I forgot a bill. I have to put this Paramount Plus back on the credit card. I had a credit card compromise once and I had to use a different card number until the new card came in. I'm like, oh, I forgot to do that. So I forgot to put it on here. My painter, it was $1 off from what my husband said. So I had to compensate for that. I don't know where this $8 adjustment is driving me crazy, but it was even $8. So I just put that in there and said, you know what, I'm not going to fight it to try to find it to match my bank account, but I know the numbers match now. And the only thing is, even though I spent the $52 today for my allergy stuff and I'm overdrawn by $23.36, my bank doesn't show that yet until this post. But as soon as this post, so will my husband's paycheck. And like I said, I have that line of credit, so everything will work out in the end. But I just want to make sure when I balance forward, I'm balancing forward the proper number, and that is the proper number. So here we go. And really all this means is I borrowed $23.36 from the new paycheck as soon as it all hits the bank account. Now, moving forward, and I have notes here, so I need to find them really quick. There we go. So my paycheck 2, put my notes off to the side here, make sure I have what I need. The number is going to be a little off, but that's okay. So I do know for a fact, actually, let me do this first. I'm going to write down all the titles and then I'll come back and do the numbers with you. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So how I set up my paycheck 2. So I do know I am a little bit overdrawn in paycheck 1. And so what I do is I take the number here, the negative 23.36. This is how it keeps it even because I was overdrawn here, and once the paycheck hits the account, it's going to compensate for it. And this is me compensating for this overage, even though I'm kind of gambling here a little bit that it's all going to kind of flow in the mix at the same time. I still need to account for it so my numbers are accurate. So salary, I do know my husband's salary check. It is his typical, even though he is traveling on business, as I call it, he does get overtime when he does go out. His overtime will not start on this paycheck. It'll start on the next paycheck. So it's $2,313.28. That's what it is. And then we're still getting that child tax credit. I think this is the last month to do that. Unless there is something else going on, but we don't need it. I've just been putting it in savings and not worrying about it until tax season. And then if we need to make adjustments from there, we can do that. So there is that. So that means what we're going to have available here is $2,313.28. Minus the $23.36. So I kind of borrowed from that. And then add the $250. Now, even though the child tax credit technically is here on the 15th of the month, I actually don't move the money into savings until I do my sinking funds at the end of the month. So the $250 actually just sits in the checking account until then. And that works for us. So eventually you'll get over there. So we have here $2,539.92. Okay, so that is what's going on there. And then now we need to see if we have enough in the budget to pay these bills that I have listed down here, and our spending categories so that we can make sure that everything is taken care of. So let's start with tithe. So my husband and I tithe his salary check. This is a number that we came up with a long time ago, and the Lord has not told us to change it, so we just keep it rolling. $310 for the salary check. Now the salary check and taxes are taken out, federal, state, and all the things. Roth is taken out, and some other things are taken out. So this is just what's left over. And so that the other stuff you don't get to see because it's on the paycheck stub. So this is what we tithe, and then Hopewell. Electric. What is our electric bill? It was $114.01. Life insurance. This is for all four of us. $87.56. iTunes is another one I had on the credit card subscription wise, but then had to take it off because the card got compromised. And I put it on here. It was $2.99. I'll hopefully remember to switch that at some point. Vivient is our home security system. I do have a affiliate link in the description below if you're looking for a security system. We seem to like them pretty well, so it's $56.46. This is just paying for a cell phone, the phone lines attached to it for the emergency services and the services that they provide, and arming the house and all the stuff. The product, as far as the cameras and the doorbell thing and the camera in the backyard and the monitors in the house and stuff, like a glass break and motion detectors, all those things we paid cash for a long time ago. We paid that debt off very quickly, so all we're really paying is the home security system. T-Mobile, the amount this month is $216.32. Grocery household. So if I take my weekly check-in, I gotta find it really quick. These are the numbers, and this is what we budgeted. So this is what I'm going to put on the amounts here for the budget. So, grocery household, I'm putting $212.03. Restaurants, $213.31. Now, originally my husband was supposed to be home, so I had the budget, but because he did leave, and more than likely we won't need this as much, so if I need it for groceries, I can do that. Oops. I'm going to mark that one in red. I overspent in miscellaneous in week 1, and I still haven't caught up. So I have to mark it in red, and I'm still overdrawn by $66.74. And this just keeps the numbers in check and balance. So gasoline, I do have $59.65. If I need gas again, I average about $60 to $65. I can borrow out of the restaurants out of that, so that'll work. And that is what I have for Paycheck 2 as far as bills. So let's total that amount up, and I'll be right back. I just realized a mistake I made. I only did this for 1 week. Paycheck 2 is actually 2 weeks. I need to add more money to my spending category. So I'm going to erase these because this is just for week 1 in my spending categories, and that's where I got my numbers from. But I need to add week 2 because the Paycheck 2 goes all the way to the 23rd. It's week 2 and 3. And I completely forgot. I do apologize. So let me get these numbers and I'll redo the math and I'll let you know the totals. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So I have here a list of everything, and I'm just going to follow the numbers from here. So the $212 I have for grocery household plus $240 is I'm already writing the wrong number down. $452.03. That makes more sense because this is supposed to last me for 2 weeks, and I need to make sure I have enough grocery money for the whole 2 weeks. I still believe I'll have enough for haircut and color, and that's not a problem. But I still don't have enough of miscellaneous for it. Restaurants, the total there, I added another $87.50 to the $213, and so that made it $381, which is way more than what we need. I had it budget this way because when my husband was home, we were going to go to a few places, but now we're not. And so there's that. And then I was negative $66.74 and I added another $112.50, so that gave us $45.76 positive, but that's all I have in miscellaneous. And a haircut for my son and a haircut trim for me and color is way more than that, so I'm still going to do the unbudgeted. And then gasoline, I have $59.65, and so now I add $62.50 to that, and that gives me $122.15. Now I can add what the actual is. Oh my goodness. Okay, this makes so much more sense. So we are still within a good budget. So this is $2,500, that's $1,800. So we're good as far as having money left over in the buffer of the checking account. So 1,000, you can't even see what I'm doing. I'm writing at the bottom here. $1,818.09 is the buffer, the checking, or is the expenses in the checking for Paycheck 2. I'm gonna make this negative. I'm gonna add the $2,539.92, and that gives us much better. That makes more sense. $721.83. So now I know we have enough for grocery household, and we still, restaurants, miscellaneous, and gasoline, still have enough within the budget. Now I can go ahead and zoom out and close out this video. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So Paycheck 1 is closed out. I was in the negative. I know why I was in the negative. Shopping therapy, not a good time during Christmas, but hey, it wasn't too radical, so that was okay. I can recover from it, and we will move forward from here. And then Paycheck 2, set up. I'm ready. I know what I have available to spend. I know how much is in the buffer of the checking account. I know what where my boundaries are. These are like those when you go to the bowling alley and you got the kids for the first time bowling, and it's got the little bumpers in the gutters, and they can't make a gutter ball. This is how I try to keep from making a gutter ball. This is where my game plan is, to make sure that I stay on track, and I just love doing it this way. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will save $1. And if you comment on my savings challenge from now to the 31st, comment, I will save $2, and subscribe, I will save $5 if you're not already subscribed. So yeah, and I'm going to cap this off at $100. We'll see how far we can get, how much influence you can make in these videos. Hope you have an amazing and blessed day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.